Tyree, it's for you. How exciting is it to be ready to go? When you get back on the field and just get things going the right direction.
Man, this is what I've been dreaming of my whole life, playing football. So, it's really exciting to get back there on the field and do what I do.
How do you feel? Like, what percentage do you think you are right now? Are you 100%?
Man, yeah, I'm on the field, so, I'm 100%.
What stands out to you when you look at Cleveland on film?
It's a good football team, but you got to come and just dominate them each and every play. That's what we got to do to bounce back from, last weekend.
You told me last year that one of the things you like to do when you watch film is look at yourself and what you think you need to get better at. So what are you working on?
Man, really just technique and just training my eyes to look at the right things so I can react quicker.
Did you remember watching Deshaun Watson at all, like in Clemson or even early in his NFL career before you got in the league?
Yeah, for sure. I watched Clemson. They was always a top school when he played, and I always used to think I was a skilled player. So I liked this game.
You feel like he can still play at a high level even if he hasn't been as productive as he was back in Houston?
Yeah, I feel like he can still play at a high level. Yeah.
And, it just looks like bringing a lot of energy in the locker room today at practice. In some of the before stretches, you were almost like doing the Max Crosby thing, like jumping up high for high knees and everything. You trying to do that with Max in mind, try to fill that role a little bit in practice?
Man, he does this at the highest level. So, when he ain't there on the field, somebody else got to bring the energy. I try to bring the energy. For myself and for others to feed off of.
When you talk about training your eyes, we just talked to Patrick Graham today, and he went off on a whole tangent about how important that is to him. How much of that comes from him?
Man, it comes from him and Robbie Lemon. Everybody really. You can't play football by looking in the backfield trying to chase plays. Because you'll get embarrassed. So you got to look at your key first and see what read you get for your key, and then react off of that.
Is that what he means when he talks about vision leads to precision?
Yeah, it also comes from, your hands. If your hands ain't in the right spot and the offensive lineman gets you, you're done. So you got to look at the offensive lineman and get your hands and get extensions to be able to work off of them.
How far do you feel like you've come with those little subtleties just in the year and a half or 2 years since you've been in the NFL?
Man, I feel like I came a long ways. Usually it was rushing chest to chest. Now trying to rush from extension and be able to convert off of it.
Is that one of the things, you're so gifted physically? God's just giving you gifts some of us will just never have. Yeah. So in college you were able to dominate, but in the NFL everybody's gifted. Is that where maybe technique becomes even?
Yeah, technique is the biggest part of it. I feel like other NFL, that's what's different in college. You can win just because you got an advantage of some other players, but in the NFL everybody's good. So that's what everything you do is about technique, so that you can win the matchups.
For you personally,
how much pressure do you put on yourself to be able to perform at a high level, especially with Max kind of being down a little bit? Or how much pressure do you think that puts on yourself, or is it no pressure at all?
Man, I wouldn't really say it's pressure. It's just do your job. Because when people say put the pressure on me, they try to do the unordinary and try to beat somebody else. But I feel like once you go out there and train all week to perform at the highest level, you go on the field and you just do your job, and the plays that come. Like when I talked to Max against Baltimore, some things I got from him was like, I'm always like, Max, go get something. He just play the next play. So I kind of take that mindset into these games now. Just focus on the next play and not the play after that or the play that you just did.
Just in general for yourself, is confidence like riding higher than ever?
Man, yeah, you gotta. I feel like to be the player I want to be, you gotta have confidence, and confidence comes from preparation and training. So I feel like I go on the field and I go out there and work. So of course my confidence is going to continue to grow.
How do you think this defense is going to respond Sunday after Carolina?
Man, just like anybody, you get knocked down, we got to get back up and come back and fight. Because we see our defense as being one of the best defense in the NFL. So you can't continue to stay on the ground. You got to get back up and respond.
Thanks, Tyree.
Yeah.